The notion that we live in a matrix has gained popularity in recent years and decades. It has resulted in the fact that many people actually believe that reality is somehow virtual. In this video, I'll raise and answer questions about the subject. The answers I'll give are based on my own view on reality. Do we live in a matrix? Absolutely not. Reality is as real as it can be. Every single aspect of reality is real. Our suffering is real, our joy is real, our feelings are real, even though they are the product of chemical processes which are a part of our bioengineering. Our death will also be real. Nothing about reality is virtual. We do not live in a matrix. Where does the idea that we live in a matrix come from? Our evil creator entities are the source of this ridiculous notion. They bioengineered people in a way that we are influenceable. People have therefore the ability to easily adopt various ideas, and in this case the matrix notion is one of them. What is the purpose of the whole matrix notion? The purpose for the implementation of the idea that reality isn't real is to downgrade the severity of our situation. Downgrading the severity of our situation would place us in a state of tranquility. It would calm us down. People need to be put at ease in order to happily reproduce and in the process to do their main task, which is to continue slaughtering more than 1 billion creatures on a daily basis, oblivious of the sinister nature of reality. Why has the matrix notion only recently gained popularity? Actually, the matrix notion dates back centuries. It can be seen in ancient Gnostic texts. But, indeed, the last few decades it has been presented to us in a much stronger form. The reason for all of this is due to the fact that more and more people are shaking off their religious indoctrination, as well as their heliocentric indoctrination. People are waking up to the sinister facts of reality, and new ways are being introduced and reintroduced to decrease the tension that is being built up in society. People need to have something to hold on in order to be distracted from realizing how grim looking reality really is. In recent years and decades, people are slowly but surely waking up to the horrible facts of reality, and what they start to see doesn't contribute to a high level of productivity in regards to this so farm of a world. So, this is actually the right time to reintroduce the notion that reality is somehow virtual. It's just an example of divine damage control. It's just a needed adjustment. Our evil creator entities prefer to flood society with more distractions in order to keep a high level of soul production than having to annihilate us because we woke up to the harsh truth and became counterproductive. Our evil creator entities also happen to be our farmers and our owners, and from their perspective, every batch of humans is an investment, and they are taking care of the livestock in every possible way, whether that requires some minor physical adaptations, like the expected results from chemtrailing, or the implementation of additional belief systems, like the matrix notion. Anything should be tried out before a green light is being given for the annihilation of a civilization. The truth about the nature of our existence is a horrible one, and people must be fooled to believe anything except the truth. How is the matrix notion implemented in society? For almost a century now, the mainstream media has become the main tool of indoctrination. Television in particular has been used as an instrument for mass indoctrination. As I've said earlier, people were created to be influenceable, and people like movie producers have been directly influenced to create such movies, and without having a clear explanation about why they are doing it. People are biological instruments. We can often do things without any logical basis for doing them. Movies like the Matrix trilogy have played and are still playing an important role in the implementation of the notion that reality is virtual. What about the countless cases in which people have seen airplanes sitting still in mid-air? As I've said in previous videos, our creator entities are the direct manifestation of the source God, also known as Brahman in Hinduism. These entities are extremely powerful. They have, among many other things, the ability to duplicate objects. In fact, our evil gods have the ability to manifest anything into anything. Airplanes being paused in mid-air is a good example of that. There is indeed a lot of video footage available of paused airplanes. And yes, what better way of making us believe that our reality is virtual? What better way of downgrading the severity of our situation than to make us think that we live in some kind of a matrix? And what better way to do it than to use such seemingly undeniable ways to push the idea? The whole phenomenon is a classic example of how the matrix notion is being implemented and reinforced directly from within the ranks of the divine. It's just more divine propaganda. It's just more divine trickery. Even if religion fully fails, our creator entities will still implement various other belief systems to divert our attention from the horrible facts of reality. The notion that our reality is virtual may be the latest one, but it doesn't have to be the last option they have in distracting us from seeing the harsh truth about our existence.